John McCain has fought tooth and nail to destroy Donald Trump ever since the businessman turned outsider entered the presidential race. McCain's acts of sabotage have disgusted many conservatives, but what he just tweeted about President Trump will leave you speechless. President Trump concluded a summit in Helsinki, Finland with Russian President Vladimir Putin. After their meeting, the two held a joint press conference where Associated Press journalist Jonathan Lemire asked President Trump about the alleged email hacks of the Democrat National Committee. Trump dismissed it as a conspiracy theory on the grounds that no evidence has ever been made public implicating the Russians. While special counsel Robert Mueller indicted 12 Russians for carrying out the attacks based on numerous allegations, no evidence was presented. Since the indicted Russians will never appear in court, Mueller will never have to show any evidence. Trump also noted that the Democrats refused to turn over their server to the FBI. The FBI, under the leadership of the pro-Hillary Clinton James Comey, never took custody of the server and instead relied on the report of a third-party company hired by the Democrat National Committee. President Trump declared, "So let me just say that we have two thoughts. You have groups that are wondering why the FBI never took the server. Why haven't they taken the server? Why was the FBI told to leave the office of the Democratic National Committee? I've been wondering that. I've been asking that for months and months, and I've been tweeting it out and calling it out on social media. Where is the server? I want to know where's the server and what is the server saying? Because there is no chain of custody on the prime evidence, the Democrat server. There will never be an independent investigation to prove who actually hacked the DNC." This enraged John McCain. McCain, the leading anti-Trump rhino in the Senate, lashed out on Twitter because Donald Trump doubted the conclusions of the deep state. The Arizona Republican tweeted Trump's performance was disgraceful. In a longer statement, the rhino senator wrote, "Today's press conference in Helsinki was one of the most disgraceful performances by an American president in memory. The damage inflicted by President Trump's naivete, egotism, false equivalence, and sympathy for autocrats is difficult to calculate, but it is clear that the summit in Helsinki was a tragic mistake." President Trump proved not only unable, but unwilling to stand up to Putin. He and Putin seemed to be speaking from the same script, as the president made a conscious choice to defend a tyrant against the fair questions of a free press, and to grant Putin an uncontested platform to spew propaganda and lies to the world. Establishment media types piled on and used McCain's statement to further their anti-Trump agenda. The New York Times' Jonathan Martin tweeted, "The relevance of the McCain statement is not just the extent of his critique. It's the pressure it'll exert on other Republican lawmakers." Predictably, anti-Trump rhinos Paul Ryan and Congressman Will Hurd, as well as Never Trump stalwart Ben Sasse, also echoed McCain's stinging comments. But Trump understands the issue. These so-called journalists are desperate to get him to admit Russia rigged the election so they can pronounce his victory a fraud and demand voters remove him in 2020. Do you agree with John McCain? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.